Hello and welcome to the post-match press conference following Bayern's opening game at the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, a special game, a 10-0 win against Auckland City FC. We're joined by head coach Vincent Kompany. The first question from the press. So to keep things short, what do you take from this game into the remainder of the tournament? And Jamal Musiala is back. Half an hour, he gets a hat-trick. Everything good? I think it was the type of game where it's very difficult to give yourself or earn a lot of praise. The most important thing for me was that the team took this very seriously. And ultimately, it was a very good game from us. At the end of, or the beginning of this tournament, we're going to have more difficult tasks ahead. But maybe this 10-0 win could play a role in the qualification because goal difference might play a part. And in this first game, we did things right. As for Jamal, of course, an attacking player who scores, I don't think we'll need to talk to too many of them. Something tells me he'll feel good about his performance in the morning.
Kingsley Coman hat das erste Turnier der Clubgeschichte hier geschossen, also was Historisches.
Kingsley Coman scored the first goal of this new Club World Cup, so something historic. Had a good game as well. It's a player that's reported to potentially be a candidate to leave the club. But he's a very good player and you're very close to him. So this is the type of topic that I'm not focused on right now. We're talking about his quality. It's important not to forget that he scores important goals. And I know you sometimes only think about the volume, 20 goals, 15 goals, but he scored important goals and very important goals in the history of this club. And today was just a good game for all the attacking players out on the pitch. And if he stays fit, then we've got a top winger. How are things going to go over the next couple of days? Are they going to have normal training? Are you going to give them a few days off so that they can recover? And maybe you can tell us something about the atmosphere you're expecting against Boca in Miami, the real highlight. I think if you picked one game out of this group phase, I think it would be this game. Traditional club in Europe against a traditional club from South America. The fans from both clubs. And if I hadn't been Bayern head coach, I would have got a ticket to the game as well, and that's a nice thing. It should be a special game, and ultimately, when it comes to this week, tomorrow, I think this week is ultimately the longest week we're going to have. We play Sunday, and then we've got a couple of days until the next game, which means we can have a normal routine. I think tomorrow will be about recovery and everything that belongs to that, and maybe a bit of extra training for one or two players. And then after Tuesday, it's as per usual. It's important for me not to change or take the stress of a tournament into every day. We need the sharpness to stay sharp and then take that into the next game as well. That's important.
Coach, apologies for English. Welcome to Cincinnati.
You don't have to apologize speaking English to me.
Welcome to Cincinnati. There was a lot of Bayern support in the crowd tonight. What did you make of the atmosphere here, being so far away from home, but having such a big group of supporters in the building?
Yeah, we knew before coming here, obviously, a little bit about the history of Cincinnati, all the sides of that history, of course. But one of the parts of the history is also the German community that settled here, and you could straight away feel that there was an American, Bavarian, German connection here, and it felt throughout our stay here, it felt throughout the game, and I'm sure that we've given them something to go home and talk about, and that's always important for our club.
Dann die letzte Frage bitte, Christian Falk nochmal.
So this was a game of nice stories. Müller scores, Olise was the player of the game, Coman scores, and then Lennart Karl, you had a young player as well. Can you say something about his performance? And then one player that didn't get any minutes, Leroy Sané. He's come extra for this tournament. Can you explain the decision?
Ja, wie das Spiel heute ausgesehen hat,
based on the way the game looked and played out today, it wasn't or didn't make much sense to give everyone a chance. We wanted to use the foundation of last season because we didn't have a lot of time to prepare, and it seemed logical in that sense. But when it came to the way the game played out, we were 6-0 up at half-time. And of course, you've got to think about the future of the club as well, and I think it was therefore important to give Lennart Karl his first few minutes, and those were minutes he had deserved as well. His strength is that in the final third, he has high quality. I certainly didn't have the feeling that we gave up some of our threat level in front of goal. It's good for him, it's good for Bayern. The foundation stays. The foundation from last season, but nevertheless, it was nice that in this moment we could give him those game minutes. As for Leroy Sané, he was the last one to join up with the squad, and of course he'll play his role as well. But as I said, there are two tournaments. The qualification, and he can play a big role in that, a very important role in that, and then hopefully one more game. They can give everything, and then hopefully after that he leaves and we can give everything in the final 3 games as well. Thanks for joining us for the press conference.